This is the first face-to-face general body under the current leadership. However, we have done 2 to 3 virtual general bodies in the last year because there was a ongoing negotiation processes and there were limited updates that we can update you. For that reason, we have conducted 2 to 3 virtual general bodies. Most of you are aware that I have been elected as the president in the year 2023. Prior to that, from the time of inception of me as a GC member from 2017, I was a part of many of the negotiations and even grievance committee meetings also. All the negotiation meetings and grievance committee meetings have helped me a lot to strengthen up myself and build my capabilities to successfully sign the current LTS. It was concluded in the May 2025, which was aware to all. It was a very successful LTS which we have concluded after a great struggle for almost 22 months. I would like to take an opportunity to appreciate all the senior leaderships preceding the current leadership who has spent a lot of their time, relentless efforts, and also their personal times to develop this union and made the South Union to stand tall among all other zones. You should be very proud of that. When we compare to any other zones of the union, South stands tall. And we maintain the same with the current leadership as well. With all your support, with all your trust, and with all your patience in our hard times, this helped the current leadership to stand tall and continue the legacy. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who are sitting here to be a part of the current planned general body meeting, to spending your personal time and coming here to share your time with all your colleagues, your training batchmates, and everyone here whom you wanted to meet here. Now I would like to take an opportunity to call the current leadership onto the dais. Firstly, I would like to call our beloved one and only General Secretary, taller, bolder, and stronger person, huh, who always stands beside me and cordially he will guide me at times whenever there is a need. He is a person who always motivates the team and he was the spokesperson during the time of negotiations also. So I would like to call upon Mr. Kiran, the General Secretary of South Union, onto the dais. Nextly, I would take opportunity to call the senior leaders of the committee who share their expertise and guide the team for all the right presentations and right causes. That is Mr. Ramanujam sir and Mr. Rajesh sir.
Enamel is the out.
Most of you are aware that Mr. Ramanujam sir is our treasurer and Rajesh sir is our vice president. And a special mention here about Mr. Ramanujam sir, who is very, very transparent in maintaining the accounts and absolute accountability. At any given point of time, he will tell what is the expenditure and everything very transparently and clearly. And he will entertain zero unproductive expenditures. That is the greatness of our treasurer, Mr. Ramanujam sir. Now I would like to call upon Hyderabadi Badshah Nazir. Next, I would like to call upon Chennai Taleva Rambabu. And also, I would like to call upon Madan along with him. These two guys, they have spent sleepless nights to make all these arrangements to make you people more and more convenient. A very, very special thanks to Rambabu and Madan to making all arrangements.
I used to think.
Following upon, I would like to call our committee members, Mr. Raghavendra, Subish, Rajiv ji,
Hadn't been invented, but
Surya
that
sir.
was in the bad old days before I met you.
Once, please come on onto the dais.
To my heart, congratulations
Sridhar,
and celebration when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilate.
now I would like to request everyone to join me in welcoming our honorary president, Mr. Murthy sir.
I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I was afraid to think that you thought you were above me, that I was only fooling myself to think you loved me. But since tonight you said you wouldn't live without me, that round about me. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilation. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
To be continued, to all the members, most of the members, everyone knows about the contributions of Murthy sir and his hard work, and everyone knows that he is the most respected leaders among all the union leaders of Glaxo Union till now whom we are known. And no one sitting here can describe about his hard work in one word. His hard work and contributions are beyond the words. That is what I can say, even till today also. And I would like to touch upon the prominence of the union, why union is required. And most of you are aware that ours is a registered and also the recognized union. How it became the recognized union? Because the management, including the CEO of the organization, are the signatories of two global authorities. One is ILO and also UDHR. I just would like to say a few words about ILO and UDHR, which most of you are not aware. These are the global authorities where we are the signatories as an organization who encourages the unions. So we are the recognized union, not like external unions. The ILO stands for the International Labour Organization, and its policies are to protect workers' rights globally. It promotes fair wages, safe working conditions, and dignity at workplace as well. Freedom of association, right to form unions. We are a part of this ILO. protection against discrimination and unfair practices as well, ensuring social justice in employment politics. To touch upon the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR ensures right to dignity and respect, right to privacy and personal freedom, right to fair working conditions, right to representations through unions, protection from corruption and unfair treatment. So, hope everyone is aware that ours is a recognized and registered union, and to the newcomers who has joined very recently, this is information we would like to share with you to make you all aware about the South Union. And also I would like to touch upon the legacy of South Union, which is not established here and now. It has a legacy of more than 70 plus years, which was established in 1952. There are generations of leaders who spend their personal time, relentless efforts, and their hard work made the South Union to stand tall, and we feel the same dignity to be a honored president and secretary of the committee. And as everyone knows that we have concluded our current LTS in the May 2025. We also touched upon the points of how the process has started. We have started the process by submission of our COD in the year December 2023. No, so you have to listen. Initially, management felt that all the unions are newly joined.
So, good morning to all of you. See, first and foremost thing, I will speak. Later on, I'll speak. But a word of caution to all of you. This is a word of caution, not a warning. Please understand. There is a difference between word of caution and warning. See, the way I've nurtured these two guys, this union is unimaginable. So, it gives me immense pain if they are put to pressure, if they are put to pain. What has happened in the recent past, though my role is changed, but the responsibility is not changed. Please understand, I've seen some of the guys. I'm not here to blame somebody, but I want to just enlighten you. What has happened in the recent past, these 2 years was a struggle, as he mentioned in the beginning itself. It was a real struggle for both of them. In the beginning, whatever the general body that is meeting being conducted, all the messages will be passed on to the company, the management. So people do not realize what they are actually doing it. I will just narrate a small story, which is historical, mythological. All of you know that Dharmaraja, Mahabharata, he had to go to hell. Because just he told one lie. When he went to hell, there he saw Karna, who was known to do a lot of meritorious deeds. Despite doing all these meritorious deeds, why he had to go to hell? Then he felt so bad because he happened to be his elder brother. He went to Lord Krishna and asked him, why did he go to hell? You are a partial God. You are not an impartial God. Then he had to tell him, the moment he made a friendship with Duryodhana, he had promised him the kingdom. He has given the kingdom to him. Then Karna has promised him that in the war, I am going to kill all the Pandavas if I get an opportunity. This is the promise he has made to him in return of getting a gift of kingdom from him. But contrarily, what has happened when he is fighting on behalf of Duryodhana, when he got an opportunity to kill all the Pandavas, he left them, except Arjuna. All of them he left unkilled. So he has done a sabotage. He has done a betrayal. He has done a cheating. There is a difference between cheating and betrayal. What is the difference? If I am going to cheat a person who is not known to me, it is cheating. If I am going to cheat him, it is a betrayal because he is a close friend of mine. If I am going to cheat him, it's a betrayal. So God has said there are two worst sins that a human can commit. First is murder. Second thing is betrayal. If you are going to cheat a person whom you are very close, then it is a betrayal. Because he has done the betrayal, he is in hell. Despite doing all the meritorious deeds he has done there. So this is the repercussion of all these things. Please understand, my dear friends, I am not going to address all of you, but those guys who are trying to record and send it to the management, you are ditching your own, creating your own problem. Please understand. Second thing, you also think analytically, logically. Suppose I inform, let me keep myself in your place. I am going to inform that this is what has happened. I am going to, because one of the general body has been completely recorded and been sent to company. They were put to problems. We had to spend sleepless nights because of these things. So this has been sent. That is virtual general body I am talking about. So what has happened? So let's think analytically. Suppose I have done this. Then what is that I am going to gain out of it? I am going to gain an impression of my line manager. Okay, I gained impression. Will I get elevated? No. Will I get monetarily benefited? No. Then what is it I am going to get out of it? Suppose I don't work because I have given the impression to them. I gained the impression. If I don't work in the field, will he keep quiet? He cannot keep quiet. So nowhere I am able to gain anything here. Except the ire. That means the anger of God, which will be punished. We have known it. So my request to all of you is, if you want to share, it is left to your choice. I am not going to here to bulldoze my agenda. But I am just telling you what will happen to all of you. I have seen one of the guys suffering. I don't want to name him. Please understand this part. I know that none of you will do it. If even one of you will do it, it is a warning to him. It is a word of caution, not a warning. Okay, right? Thank you.
This is our own meeting. This is the South Union meeting. There is no need of doing any such kind of activities. That is what my request is.
Will any manager give any recording to us in their own meeting?
In,
See, please understand. Hello? Am I audible? Yeah, I'm audible. Okay. See, any manager, will you give the information, will he get it recorded and send it to you? No, he will not do it. Why? Because he is afraid of his job. But are we not afraid of our own union? Please understand, the guy who does all these things, he is enjoying the fruits of their struggle. The burdens are being left to them. The benefits are borne by you, but the burdens are borne by them. That is not fair way of dealing things. And second point is, if the management collects all information and do it, it is illegal. What is illegal? Illegality in it. Entering into internal affairs of the union is illegal. So you cannot interfere into the internal affairs of the union. It is illegal. Then why you are promoting this? Why you are encouraging this? This question has to be asked. Because one message has been posted by Kiran. Within 2 minutes he got back from the top management. Same message he has forwarded. What is the message he is giving there? The top management man is giving a message to you that none of your people are united here. Second thing, I can create a lot of doubts in your mind. I have deployed my own people there. They will give all the information. He is so confident in sending the message to him. It is a gross interference into internal affairs of the union, which is illegal. Then why you are talking and standing on the podium and teaching sermons to all of us, code of conduct, SOP, all these things? Why you are doing that? Don't do all these things. You do whatever you want to do, but don't teach sermons to us. Because, the higher the cadre, bigger is the responsibility. It is the power comes only along with the responsibility. Power doesn't come on its own. Please, same thing holds good for us also. If I am holding a bigger post of president, my accountability is more. My answerability is more. My responsibility is more than all of you. Please understand. I have to be more vigilant than anybody else. So it is a bigger role. So please cooperate. And whomever you feel that this kind of activity is being done, please tell him. As I said, it is not a warning, but it's a word of caution. There is a difference between these two, right?
To enlighten you, Paul, after submission of our COD in the December 2023, management has recognized that all the leadership across the 4 zones are new leaders. So they wanted to train us. They wanted to engage us to know, teach what is the process of negotiations, how it goes, and also they wanted to enlighten upon the new labor codes which are going to come. So we were called for 2 days of workshop, but they never recognized all the CC coordination committee formally. For calling, they have called everyone together. This is what they will behave like differently. You need to understand how they behave and how they treat. Both will not remain same all the time. This is to enlighten you all, and I would also like to touch upon the ongoing concerns like visiting cards upload and some of the mobile number entries. All this will be taken up in depth by our secretary Kiran. From here on, I would like to call upon Kiran to take over the session.
Before starting the session, I just request everyone to silent your mobile or switch off your mobile because it keeps on disturbing. Some are going out, coming inside. I request you this because it is our session. I think there are some important discussion which we are going to do it now. It will really help all of you. So to understand the in-depth knowledge of it, I think it will be useful for you also. So I request everyone to silent or switch off your mobile so that we can have just hardly it will 1 or 2 hours meeting. That's it. It is your session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. అన్నివరకం నల్వరువు అందరికీ స్వాగతం ಎಲ್ಲವರಕಂ ಸ್ವಾಗತಂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ by this good morning everyone. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Nobody is there, no? It is South India, need not worry on that. I warmly welcome everyone for this Glaxo Laboratory Staff Union, Chennai, for this General Body Meeting 2025. Thank you. Thank you everyone for spending your personal time and being here. It is all your session. It is not Vinay's or myself or some CGC member session over here. It is all our session. So your presence itself reflects the unity, strength and faith that you have in the union. So I just, myself Kiran, I think I have already, Vinay told you about this. I am working in this organization since last 14 years and 9 years I am closely associated with all the union related works and 5 years as a GC member and 4 years as a secretary. Thanks for giving this opportunity to work as a secretary. So thanks for all your support which you had been extended in this tough times of LTS also. Thank you so much for all of you be very patient and being with us. Dear friends, I just wanted to start this session with this note. As usual, unity is our strength. Don't forget this. United we stand, divided we fall. So where there is a unity, there is always a victory. So always I request everyone to let's be united always. That gives a lot of strength to us. Thanks for your support and the dedications which you have demonstrated during the LTS period also. Thank you so much for everyone be very patient and being with us. That made us to give a very good success for this LTS also and which we allowed us to create an history this time which was never happened in the past. So as you know, as Vinay has touched upon most of the points, I would like to take about more on LTS and some of the critical ongoing issues. I just wanted to touch upon many of these issues. So LTS, as you know, this LTS was not a cakewalk for all of us. We had very tough time. Though there was, in the past also, there was many hurdles. However, this LTS, they stopped calling us one union, keeping aside, not calling us for the negotiations. Then finally, however, we also gone to that extent by writing an email to top management, keeping BCC to all the general members during the LTS negotiations. I hope everybody knows this. When management tried to instigate the people by writing an email that you are not eligible for kit allowance, you will be not getting kit allowance. When they try to instigate you, so we also felt that we should do so. We also need to. So we wanted to make the people to aware of it, what's happening during the LTS also. So what we done, we had sent an email that, see, negotiation has been stalled not because of us, because of you. You are not calling for the negotiation. That people should be known for it. And we were also wanted to be very transparent on it. So we thought that, yes, we'll send an email. This never happened in the past. I think there are many senior leaders who is there in the organization since last 25, 30 years. They never gone to that extent by writing an email to general members, keeping BCC to general members. That we did it for the first time. So it requires, as you are aware, it requires a lot of courage to do it. That courage which we are reflected in this current leadership with the help of KRGK sir. See, actually, before starting any of these things, I just wanted to talk about the KRGK sir. See, without him, many of the things would have not been happened. Let me be very honest on it. Why we are here, myself, Kevinai, or somebody else, how we got that courage, how we got that guts, how we got that knowledge level and all, it is only because of KRGK sir. That I can proudly tell you that. Without him, we would have never thought of this type of negotiation, this type of courage would have never came to us. The support behind, after his retirement also, is still with us and supporting us in each and everything. We can't forget this. He is dedicated to union since last 2 decades. 2 decades he is completely associated with union, and still after his retirement also is helping us a lot. And he is continuing as our honorary president also. So I thank my bottom of my heart to KRGK sir for his efforts and for his dedication towards the union and for the committee. Thank you so much, sir. So friends, I would like to talk about this LTS, more depth about it, see how LTS used to be. Before going for the negotiations, we as a negotiating committee members also, we need to understand many things. We need to go deep into the subject. What is the contents? What are the things it is involved in the... Before going for the negotiation, we need to submit the demands. For submitting the demands, we need to understand many things. Especially when it comes to this LTS, the components of LTS, we need to understand this. So the terms of settlement, grades and scales of pay, salary administration, settlement increment, dearness allowance, travel allowance, leave travel allowance, work norms, misconducts, enquiries and punishments, medical benefits, kit allowance and the applicability of the assessments, and so on. We need to be very thorough in it. Then only we can able to submit the demands. More than anything else, salary is the major part which we are going to concentrate on it. So when it comes to the salary part, which consists of, as you are aware, our salary consists of 5 grades, 10 slabs and 42 sub-slabs which consist of it. The percentage of hike distribution for each and every sub-slabs, and the DLA, how much percentage need to be given, and what was the previous hike. We need to make a lot of exercise to know all these things. What was the average hike which has been given for last 2 settlements, and how much we need to demand for further. All these things we need to analyze it. And especially when it comes to this calculation of DA, it's a most Herculean task, which myself and Vinay sat almost months together to understand it. And lot of logics, lot of these things, understanding it is there with the DA calculation. It is not so easy. How CPI need to be calculated, how the CPI figures has to be taken into the figures, and what is the total money which we are going to get it in the DLA, and how it is to be distributed slab wise, sub slab wise. All these things we need to do a lot of exercise before submitting the demands. That we really got, see, we will not knowing, even in management also I can proudly tell that except one guy in the whole negotiation team, nobody were aware of this, the DLA calculations. So this is a mind-boggling calculation which requires a lot of attention and lot of knowledge level and a lot of understanding. That we got that knowledge from KRGK sir. The training which the KRGK sir has given us, we could able to understand what are this DLA and how it has to be calculated. Then finally, this is not only the training which has been given only for South Zone. It has also been given for the other 3 zones also. North, East and South. All the 3 zones have been trained based on this. However, West didn't join us, the reasons best known to them. But this has been trained for all the three zones by KRGK sir and one more senior person from East, Sitanshu sir. So both these people has guided us in all the ways to all the three zones about this calculation part and negotiations, how we need to do it, all these things. See, as Vinay has shared with you also, this time, for the first time, they called us called us all zones together to train us in the name of workshop. This was never happened in the past. Knowing very well, the management felt that this is an advantageous situation for them because all the leaders are new currently from south, north, east, west, everybody are new currently. So they thought that during the LTS, they thought that yes, we will do some training. In the name of workshop, they try to do it. And even this, they try to utilize this opportunity to their needs actually. They try to utilize this opportunity to their needs to plan this training with the 4 zones and the workshop, in the name of workshop, to sign the settlement, to sign a common settlement with both all 3 zones in the one this thing. So they planned this session by them. However, during the training, they understood that how South is. See, the kind of knowledge level and the negotiation skills which has been imparted by KRGK sir, the management understood that these are Paka in the calculations and the other parts also. The management got feared about this. So these peoples are coming in a different way. Like we thought that we can train them in a different way, but these peoples are started negotiating in a different way. That they felt that because when we asked about the average hike, the management started talking about everything will be included on this. Salary part, allowances, medical allowances, everything. They start talking about everything. Then when we had cross-checked with our senior leader, KJ sir has already guided us that see, this is not a part of this. Only average hike consists of the salary component only, not the rest of the other things. So these people try to mislead us, mislead the figures also as per their needs. So when they try to mislead us, like, no, DA, you need to give this much, 27% of DA, 3% of medical allowance, 25% of additional allowance. So they try to mislead us in such a way. So then the homework which we have done with the help of KRGK sir, that they made them to understand. These guys are Pakka on calculations, especially South. We can't mislead them. They understood finally this. So the other branches were also part of the negotiation. 2 branches were a part of the negotiations. Even though they were just a mute spectator, because of the mind-boggling calculation which has been involved in DLA and other calculation parts, they are just a mute spectators. They had become a mute spectators because they were not knowing many of the intricacies of the settlement. So they have no other choice to become a mute spectators there. So realizing this situation, the management felt that South will lead from front. So they have the show has been dominated by South itself during that time. As management has called us all of us together, they can't go back. So finally they can't go back for the individual negotiations. What they did, they called all the 3 zones together. But however, usually one person will use to lead the whole 3 zones in the name of spokesperson. And I can proudly tell you that I was the one person, in many of the times, I was the one person who used to lead the team in the name of spokesperson. During that time itself, we have negotiated all the demands of ours, including the average hike. This has been already negotiated. During when we were together, it has been already negotiated. And we were already explained the management that what are the logics behind it, why we can't accept your expectation also, we made it very clear. Then management felt that with South, it is very difficult to go ahead. Till they are leading from the front, it is very difficult to go ahead and sign the settlement as per their needs. Then they finally decided to divide us. They find that it is very difficult. We can't go ahead if we allow them to go together. So finally, and both the other 2 zones were following us. Let me be very honest on it. Till we are there in the system, they are just following us. Whatever we used to give the logics, they understand that, and we used to counter them, the management, in such a way. Because that level of knowledge which has been imparted to us by senior leader KRG sir and Sitanshu sir, let me be very honest on it, or else without the background, we could have never gone to that extent fighting against the management for these things. So once they separated the south zone, south zone, the other two zones were lacking with the logics to counter the management, and even they have the guts wise also, they doesn't have that guts to counter the management during that time. Finally, on the same day when we have been separated, on the same day they accepted this MOU. They signed an MOU on the same day once we are out of that. So the reasons best known to them why they had gone ahead and signed the settlement. After the two branches have signed the MOU, they started showing their colors. They are separated, they are isolated themselves. They just stopped talking to us. The reasons best known to them, we don't know that. What happened actually during that time? What was the guidance from the management? We were not knowing that. Because we always used to give the logical answers, logical explanation to the management why we can't do it. We will not just tell the management that we will not do it. Whenever we tell that we can't do it, we will tell the logic behind it, why we can't do it. This is what which we learnt. So this, the management utilized to their own needs by, on their own calculation, they try to implement their own calculations, and own clauses have been included where the other branches were not knowing at all. Some of the clauses which has been included in the LTS, unless we recognize and we used to tell them, they were not knowing that what are the clauses which has been included, the new clauses which has been included there. When the other two branches have signed the settlement, we started our own strategy towards the management. The strategy was, we started telling the management that, as you are aware, we are the independent, separate, registered and recognized union. And it is legally right. And we have all right to sign the separate settlement. This is what which we started telling the management. Because this is legally, we have that right to have a different settlement, which we already told you also. During the last virtual meetings also, we clearly told you about this. So that point of time, see, there were a lot of pressures. I hope everybody knows it. There were a lot of pressures from the general members. There was a lot of pressure from even the committee also to sign it. Already two unions have signed it. You know, you have no other choice. You sign it on the dotted lines. There were many pressures from our own headquarters team. Everybody there, we had a pressure. So already you signed it. What you will do? You can't change it. So see, in last 20 years, I can proudly tell you that there was not even a single dot or comma which has been changed in the previous last 20 years. I think many senior leaders are there. After once the settlement have been signed, no small thing which would have been changed. But we keep on telling the people that this is what it is, legal right, we are having it. Bear with us, be patient. And some members, really I will appreciate those members. They called us personally. They told that whatever you do it, do it. We are with you. Many members. There are some members only. There are some members only, they told that you sign it, sign it, sign it. And majority of the members, they supported us. Supported us by telling that whatever you want, you do it, but don't sign it on the dotted lines. When we are legally, they had asked many things. Are we legally have this right to do this, having a separate settlement? Yes. We consulted many legal consultants. We had consulted a labor commissioner also. After having a concrete discussion among all these peoples, then we concluded that yes, we have all legal rights. But however, knowing that this has never happened in the past, we also have some sort of inhibition. But the confidence level which we got it from our general members and committee members also. Many committee members supported us during that time by telling that you can. We will do it. We are with you. You go ahead with you take your own decision. Then finally, this is a monumental and historical settlement which I can tell you. For the first time, we have changed the LTS by taking a different MOU. If no pressures would have been there, I think we would have got some more fantastic settlements. We could have changed the clauses also. But however, but I hope this would have given some sort of confidence to you also. There is a way. There is a way for us to sign a separate settlement because we are the registered independent body. We have all right to have a separate settlement. So, with a lot of resilience, some critical changes we made it in the current LTS. I'll just go through the critical changes also which we made it. See, the historical changes which we made it. See, what we thought, no, first initially, before going to the critical changes, what we thought we will use it for our advantage. There was many requests since last many years, especially Hyderabad and Bangalore have not been considered for metro alliances. This we can proudly tell you that we got it after they signing the settlement also. And this was a long pending issue, long pending concerns from many of our colleagues, especially almost 60-70 peoples having the concern because Hyderabad and Karnataka both put together 60-70 peoples are having this concern. Finally we could able to get that. And see, for the new joinees also, I think everybody knows it. For the new joinees, they need to complete 1 year of service to get the arrears. We got this after signing the settlement, after 2 zones signing the settlements, we got it. We reduced it to 6 months for this current settlement. I hope all the 6 months, additionally, they got the advantage out of it. There are many people who are sitting here, they got the advantage of additional 6 months of arrears, which we got it. And the same benefit, it has been passed to the other zones, which have been already signed the settlement. Though they didn't get the benefit during that time, after going out also, we made them to get this benefit out of it. As they did many changes with the other branches, without the notice of other branches also. They did, excuse me, just can you please, so that we can finish the meeting early. I request everyone to be seated. So, they did many changes without the other branches notice also. I hope many of the things which we had discussed during the virtual meeting, I need not to go depth on it. We could also found it and got the changes. What are the changes which we made it? Any structural changes pertaining to the reporting aspects of Viva will be introduced only after the discussion with the union. This is what the changes we made it. What was the previous one? So they are telling that only discussion. What is the discussion? Oh, so okay. I have done the discussion with South Union, so I will go ahead with the new initiatives. So that there was previously it was a mutual agreement which has been very clearly mentioned that they intelligently they removed that particular thing. And they just put that discussion only, they removed that mutual agreement. Then finally we could able to find it out that these peoples have done this. Then finally in the form of MOU again we brought back. So it is mutual agreement, without the mutual agreement will not move forward. In the areas of misconduct also, they have added appropriate steps will be taken. This is a major concern where we are fighting for a long time. See, in the areas of misconduct, they have added this point. Appropriate steps will be taken to deal with the poor performance by an MBA. This is the concern. This is a major concern. Why? Because areas of misconduct, if you do anything wrong in it, areas of misconduct, it is a punishable. The punishment can be up to your termination also. So here we had a lot of concern. How we can go ahead with this? That people will be based on this, because performance is not in our hand, as everybody of you know. Performance, there will be lot of dynamics which will be involved in it. The other counterpart and how the stock is, new stockists will be coming, infiltrations, many other things. Even the other companies, what the activities they will do it, in the doctors, how they will get convinced with the other brands, all these things. There are many market dynamics are there. So performance, you can't link it on your misconduct and it can be a punishable offense for the MBA. Then we found it out. Then yes, then they finally agreed it and the final changes was no punitive actions will be taken. This is what Punishment class, punishment actions will be taken on the peoples. This is what we could able to get it from them.
Unity means punishment.
Yeah, punishment, I do. So finally, we could make the changes of this, and this time, for the first time, we made that basic corrections. What is this basic correction which has happened? I think many of you people have received the advantage out of it, this arrears also. Almost they had got additional 2 lakhs rupees of advantage also, some of the peoples. They got up to the level of 2 lakh rupees. What is this basic correction? See what happens during the grade change. For example, I will tell you, during 500 rupees, up to 500 rupees, if he is in 450 before the settlement, when it grade changes, he should be given 50 rupees an increment. But instead of that, previously he used to got 45 rupees. If they give the same 45 rupees, then he will land up at 495 or 490, whatever the money it might be. If it is 5 rupees lesser than that also, you will be not landing in the particular slab. So you will be missing many other components like medical allowance, HRA, DA. There are many other aspects you will be getting lesser. So that basic correction, we could able to logically counter the management. This is what it is and you need to give it. What is the fun in giving the increment then? If you cannot able to make that correction, what is the fun in taking the increment? If you give 45 rupees instead of 50 rupees, when there is a great promotion, then the whole thing goes to the toss, no? Then finally they agreed it and everybody, most of the people have been got an advantage because of this reason. Dear friends, one thing I can proudly tell you here, never happened in the past. Once the settlement have been signed by one single zone, they just followed and signed it on a dotted lines as of today. As of today, there was not a single change which has happened in the past. But however, this time we could bring the changes because of the courage which we had established with all our leadership team. And moreover, friends, as I told you also, this time we try to be as much as transparent. We conducted almost 2 to 3 virtual general body meetings during the LTS. This we wanted to be very transparent and we started doing it also. In the GSK history also, we are the first to come forward and take your endorsement and then only we signed it. I hope everybody knows that. So by this, friend, I can proudly tell you that we had created an history this time by signing this LTS, making a drastic change, critical changes, making some critical changes in the form of MOU. We can definitely claim ourselves to be as successful with all the hurdles which we came across during this LTS. And thanks for all your support and patience with being with us and supported us in all our tough times. Thank you so much. Now I would like to take you about the ongoing critical issue, especially the visiting card. I hope everybody have received a message from my end and still some of the people are doing it, some are not doing it. So what is your opinion on this? Why we are telling people about the visiting card? Why we are restricting people not to collect the visiting cards? Because visiting card consists of PI, personal information, especially the mobile numbers, which we are not aligned. This is not aligned and agreed as per LTS also. First of all, please be very clear on it. This is not an agreed work now, first of all, and it is not as per the LTS also. So in what capacity you will go and collect the visiting cards? We will go as a GSK employee. When we go as a GSK employee, how can you collect a personal information of a doctor without taking his consent and upload it in the third party? A purpose has to be disclosed it to the doctor. When you are collecting any PI, it is very clearly mentioned in our policy. You can go and cross-check with our GSK policy also. It has been very clearly mentioned in our policy also. And even the legal this thing also, without consent, you can't take the personal information of any individual and upload it in the third-party app. Viva is a third-party app, right? So without, see, what does, just missed it. What is our policy which clearly states that if you wanted to collect any personal information, the purpose has to be clearly disclosed it to the doctor. Why you are collecting why you are collecting the personal information and what purpose. All these things has to be declared and the consent has to be taken it. This is what our policy also which clearly states that. Even though management, see initially what happened during this visiting card collection also, when they launched this, they brought it to us. They called us over the virtual meeting and they just told us that we wanted to inform you this. They didn't call for the discussion and all. They told us that we wanted to inform you that. What you want to inform? So there is a lot of duplication of data, duplication of things, duplication of HCP's names are there. HCP's specialty is not correct, addresses are not correct. We are doing this process to correct all these things. They never talked about email ID and mobile numbers. Let me be very honest on it. They never talked about it. But then we asked, then you visiting card, so we need to collect the visiting card for the authenticity of the doctor. So that will be very clear so that we will get a proper data. So if you collect the visiting card. Then we asked you, see, if you really, the concern is only this, only the name correction, HCP specialty correction or the address correction, then you tell the MBAs, we will support you by correction because we also want the data to be very correct. So it is good for every one of us. Not for the adding the personal information of the doctor. See, I would like to just quote an example here. What happened with the West, one of the West president, they misused this email ID which we had collected after taking consent also. After taking from the doctor, after we taking the consent, I think many of the seniors knows about it. Previously, we had done this exercise by collecting some of the information of the doctor in the form of consent form. We collected it. So during that time, mail IDs, most of them, they have collected the mail IDs. What management has gone to that extent to remove that particular union leader, president I can tell you from the West, they gone to that extent, he has taken the authorization, he has taken the letter from the doctor stating that you write an email in your authorized email ID stating that you are not available. So finally based on that, they removed the particular individual. So I don't want any such problem should be arised. I'm not asking you to do the wrong things here. Let me be very honest on it. As much as possible, we'll try to be very honest and try to do the good things, try to develop the business, try to help the company because we had been paid by the company. But however, we don't want any peoples to be tracked based on this. We don't want the tracking.
I'll just come in.
Yeah, please, sir.
See, this email ID has to be used for the purpose it has been declared to the doctor. What is the purpose it has been declared to the doctor? For scientific knowledge dissemination. This is the word they have used, no? All of you remember. When the consent has been taken, the purpose that has been explained to the doctor in writing is this. But if it has been used for otherwise, then it is not right in the policies of GSK. Please understand. So it cannot be, the email ID cannot be used for the purpose of policing an MBA. Policing itself is a wrong word. So when the word itself is wrong, the action itself is further wrong. So the email or the personal information of any doctor cannot be used for the purpose of policing an MBA. This is not in the SOP of GSK or in the Code of Conduct of GSK. The Code of Conduct of GSK and SOP are not only binding by MBAs, but binding by every employee of GSK, including the managing director. Please understand, okay?
So countered the management during that time. See, we asked them, so okay, if this is the purpose, then you tell us that we will also support you on this aspect. We will also give the call to our general members. Within 1 month, we can complete almost 80% of the task, which you are just landing at 20-30%. We can make them to 80%. But only without any authorization or any other things. Yes, okay, you can take the photo of which is outside, which is available, which is having a proper correct address, name and specialty of the doctor, which has been very clearly mentioned there. We can do that exercise, not the collection of mobile numbers. We made it very clear. Why we are so worried? Only because of you. It is not myself or Vinay or somebody else. We are fighting for you. And if you are going ahead and taking those details, which we can't help you out, that you have all right to do that. It's up to you. And first of all, and if the company, if the doctor sues us, then company also will be in the problem and we also will be in the problem. If the data has been misused, then both will be at the problem. See, that is what we will take it up in the question answer sessions anyhow. I will just come to that. See, the thing is that why we are so worried about it because of you only. Please try to understand here that the sensitive information. See, doctor, see, third party is calling the doctors. I hope you know this, to collect the consent, to send the scientific informations and all. So what's happening here? When the doctors get irritated, we are the person we are going to face the doctor first. This is what which we are telling the management also. We need to face the consequences, not them or somebody else sitting at the top who has assigned this thing work will not be questioned. We will be questioned by the doctor. We are more worried on those angles. So because of that reason, we clearly told that we were never going to get into this. And thanks for all your support actually. To be, let me very honest on it, South is the lowest one in that, all India. There are one zone might be had gone ahead, but even though North also supporting the same, North also there is very minimal. After us, North is there. So I think it is a very good this thing. So it's up to you. I can't comment you at this juncture, but it's up to you. It is your safety which we are fighting for it. Ultimately, I can't dictate terms to anyone here. I can just make you aware what is there. I can tell you that there is a well, don't go there. If you go and fall in the morning itself on that well, what I can do when I'm working? When I'm doing some work, if you go and fall on that well, what I can do? I can't do anything.
Just give an example here.
Yeah.
So one of the charge sheets I have handled in the past, the charges were, the duplicate doctors were produced in an SPM rather than the original doctors. That was the charges alleged against the individual MBA. So, see, this was prompted by whom? The concerned manager. The number has to be minimum. We cannot run the show with least numbers. I will be questioned. But what has happened ultimately to the person who has brought and who has taken the photographs of some of the workers there as doctors, he has lost the job. So ultimately, the whole thing will boil down to only MBA. Everybody will wash off their hands. Please understand. I have handled this case. It ran for 6 months, I am telling you. Despite the cross-examination, all these things have happened, but I couldn't save his job. So this is how it happens. Please understand what Kiran mentions about it. Okay. So in what capacity you are collecting the phone number? If you are collecting the capacity of an individual, yes, you have no right to upload in the system, because you are collecting in the capacity of an individual as a friend of a doctor, not as a company representative. If you are collecting as company representative, then what you have to do? You have to take the consent of a doctor. Then third point is, has it been agreed in the LTS? So it adds to the additional workload of an MBA. It was not an agreed norm. This is what they have posted in WhatsApp, no?
It has happened between union and management also regarding this visiting card. So we could able to logically counter the management in all the means. That why we can't do it. Everywhere we countered the management. There was lot many email communication also which has happened. That after that they just got these things, but still they have not stopped it. Then we had asked, first of all, see, there one more major concern it is there in this. See, recently during the VRS, we thought VRS is only for the reduction of the strength. Finally, what they did, then later on we realized that these MBAs have been replaced by RSBS. RSBS, some of the headquarters, I think Nellore, there are many other headquarters which has been replaced by RSBS itself. So this should not repeat again. So this, after collecting all these mobile numbers, email ID, already the digitalization has started in our company. We had asked the same question to one of the top management. See, already the digitalization, everything you started. How we can believe that you will not replace us one fine day? after collecting all these details? This is what we had asked. Our jobs are, oh, no, 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 how we can replace you here? In India, is it possible to do it? All these things they told. Okay, then how you did with the RSBS, replacement of RSBS? Okay, you tell me one thing. You give me in writing, stating that you will be not replaced forever. You give me in writing. Then they, oh, how can I give you here? Whose job is permanent here? So this is how, when we try to, when we tell the management that we will not do it, we will not tell that no, we will not do it. We will tell the logic behind it, why we can't do it, how it is going to impact us, and what are the consequences we need to face it. All these things we need to be very clearly explain. We need to very clearly explain to the management. After explaining that also they will come to us. That is different. So we know that how to handle that situation. So we are trying our best on those ways, whatever the best possible. And I hope you understood what it is, visiting card it is now. Any questions are there related to this? I will take you during the question and answer sessions. Okay. So now I will just try to take other success of the current leadership. I just wanted to make you aware of it. There are some more success also which we have done it. During the VRS, I hope everybody, there was a lot of disturbances, lot of transfers, everything which has happened. But we made it very clear to the management that no interbranch transfers should happen. No interbranch transfers. Finally, they obliged it also. They obliged it. Not even a single interbranch transfer which was happened in our zone. However, it was happened in the other zones. I think most of the colleagues who came to Karnataka, you can ask, many of the peoples from other zones, they
Kiran,
came to Karnataka.
you better course, it has happened in 21 November also. After 21 November, VRS has been declared. There were interbranch transfers. So there are some victims here who couldn't attend. Of course, we could bring them back. That is a different issue.
See, that is, I was going to that point itself. Sir.
Okay.
See, there is a guy which has been happened because of this amputation of 2021. Srinivas Chamarthi is no more in the company, but we bought him back from East. He has been transferred to East, almost around 1,200, 1,300 kilometers away from this place. During 2021 also it has happened. But this we didn't allow to happen in 2023 VRS with our this thing. I can proudly tell you this. So we bought him back also. Srinivas Chamarthi, who has been transferred almost 1,200 kilometers, we bought him back. And even our Madhu's case also, I can proudly tell that this his transfer has been happened even after issuing the transfer also. After issuing the transfer also, we could able to change his transfer location from the other part to Vijayawada. So this is one more example. Even we could able to get some other transfers also, like one more guy is there. Based on his request, we could able to bring back Rabani also to his hometown, Guntur. And we could able to bring back Abu also, who has been moved out, because he was a very good supporter of Union, which I know him. So we could able to bring back him also to Chennai. And even friends, because of this GC, even during the GCs also, I hope some of you know this, there was a parental co-pay insurance. Excuse me, just last. See, there was a co-pay which has been imposed on the people's parental claims. Almost 50%. 50% was the co-pay which need to be paid during the parental claim. Even though they are unmarried, they had imposed this 50%. That we could able to successfully bring down to 20%. And further it is going to be 10% in future. Friends, I would like to tell you that leadership is not about enjoying the position here. Let me be very honest on it. Whatever the issues, whatever the new things, if the management brings, if we accept that, we will be very good with the management, then management will also happy, they will also treat us very good. But when we try to oppose us, we will be at the first hit list. Though knowing all these things, we will always stand by you on all your difficult times. This I can proudly tell you. See, in these my 4 years of tenure, I learned many things from KRJK sir, with all of you and my senior leaders also. I learned many things since last 4 years. And to the best of my knowledge, I did the best. And I had used my personal and professional time also as much as possible to the union development and being together. So I request everyone to be united in all tough situations. We will always stand by you. This monumental settlement also, by changing the clauses, which was never happened without your support. Let me be very honest on it. Because of your support, unity, courage, which you had shown during the tough times of LTS, we could have achieved it. Let us remain united, let us remain strong, let us continue to protect employee right with dignity. Jai Union, Jai Bharat Mata. Thank you. See, I would like to tell you over here, whomsoever they are not registered, kindly register yourself, and I would like to call KRJK sir to take over.
I request all of you to please settle down. Let there be no noise. Those people who want to listen, see,
Excuse me.
you really don't get this kind of opportunity once in a year or once in 2 years. This is an enlightenment to all of you. Please understand. So, most of the seniors know me, but for the benefit of all the juniors, I'll just briefly introduce about myself. My name is KRJK Murthy. I'm popularly known in the company as KRJK, right? It's a big name. And second, big name in the sense it's a real big name. It was, okay, right. It's not audible, huh? Am I not audible? Should I have to increase the volume? Do you have to increase the volume or change the mic? Is it okay? Right. So, as I told you, I'll just briefly introduce about myself. So, I was president for almost 18 years. During my presidentship, I have signed as many as 11 settlements. I am extremely grateful to God for giving me an opportunity to serve so many people across the country, because these settlements have changed the standard of life of MBAs across the country. It is no exaggeration if I tell you, GSK is a paymaster when it comes to the category of MBAs. The best paymaster because of the settlements that we have undergone. So, I am very grateful to God because He has given me this opportunity. When I took up this post in 2005, the whole union was in a turmoil, whole union was dismantled. I was in a dilemma whether to contest for this post or not because there were several contenders. That point of time, I had to go to Puttaparthi to take this decision of God, none other than Satya Sai Baba. He told me you contest because I was actually not willing to contest, to be very honest. But on the contrary, he gave a different decision that you have to contest. When I contested, but there was no looking back for me. So most of the times, it so happened that, South Union has become a trendsetter, not a trend follower. This is a movie dialogue. Okay. There were several new things that we could bring in. Several new things. Fight for a right cause. That is the most important point that we have coined that statement. Fight for a right cause. Because as long as you are truthful, as long as you are righteous, I think God will help us. Most important point. You will help the Almighty's, you will get the help of the Almighty. The most important point. So the logics, there are several concepts we have introduced in the company from the South Union. The logic front, as always I used to tell the top management also, anything that I say no to you, any proposal you say, I will tell you the reason why I am telling you the no. But you have the same responsibility when you introduce a new measure to tell me why you are introducing it. So both of us have got the responsibility of explaining to each other what is right, what is wrong. So as I was telling you, we were always fighting for a right cause. So at that point of time, when I was almost on the verge of getting retirement, there were a lot of concerns. Even I was also concerned. What is going to be the new successor that is going to replace KRGK, and Paneer Selvam, who was the secretary that point of time. So this was the concern. Not only this concern was brewing in the mind, but also in the management, but also in the general members. Who is going to succeed? So at one point of time, I'll just give you one example. Why the management is concerned so much about the successor of KRGK? I'll just narrate a small example. So in 2020 and 2021, COVID times, that point of time, the meetings were conducted virtually, not physically, face to face. See, the GC coordinator, most of the times it was a vice president. I don't want to name any individual here. One of the vice presidents was a GC coordinator. That point of time, I made a special representation to the company that the upper limit of 60 kilometers for a two-wheeler travel to next station is 60 kilometers only. That has to be enhanced temporarily, not to create a precedent that this will be an exception. That we are not going to demand in future also, because this has been decided with the company, upper limit is 60 kilometers. But because of the COVID times, but people are unable to travel in the public transport because the COVID risk they are exposed to. COVID risk, hello my dear friends, please listen here. There is a special meeting there, I don't know why. If you are not interested, I will stop it here itself. Because this is a time which you will get not more than half an hour here. This is an enlightenment for you, making you aware of this only. Please understand, okay? So what has happened? So I made a special request to the company that, sir, this is what is the situation. People are unable to travel in the public transport because they are exposed to COVID risk. So please enhance temporarily till such time COVID exists to beyond 60 kilometers because they don't have four-wheelers. This is what the representation I made. Then the concerned vice president told me, please understand KRGK, the government has, the restrictions have been loosened. So they have been relaxed. Now people can travel in public transport with all the COVID protocols, all these things he has told. So we are unable to increase that, enhance that 60 kilometers upper limit of two-wheel travel for a next station. This is what he told. Then I said, I will ask you a question. In Tamil Nadu, in Andhra, in Telangana, that all the liquor shops are owned by government. I want to buy a bottle of beer. So I will go there and it is managed and manned by police personnel, owned by the government, manned by the government personnel who is in the form of police personnel. When I go there, there is a big queue to buy this liquor for them. So forget about the 6 feet distance, which is there as a COVID protocol at that point of time as an advisory. Not even a 6 inches distance is there between one individual and other individual. So I cannot risk myself. So my individual wisdom will prevail at that point of time and tells me that you don't buy a bottle of beer and risk yourself. So what I will do? I will refrain myself buying that. So there is, as per you, it is owned by the government, it is manned by the police personnel, he is a government person, but the COVID protocol is not being maintained. So would you like to expose, even in the RTC bus, even in the trains, the same is happening. It is owned by the government only. So do you want to expose your own employees to this kind of risk? Then he was stunned when I asked this question to him. Then after the meeting is over, he came out and called me because it was not a face-to-face meeting. KRGK, the way you are presenting the case is phenomenal and logical, fantastic. I am so happy. But who is going to replace you in the new leadership? This is what he asked me. Then I told, a better fellow will come than KRGK. Don't worry about it. So what I mean to say is that not only the individuals, the members, me, and also management is also thinking of the future leadership. As I was telling in the past, if somebody wants to be a leader of this stature here, want to lead the union, he should have a lot of caliber, qualities. First and foremost thing, he should have communication. Communication, just like that, you see a lot of booksellers, they will talk English. Communication with content, that matters a lot. I can talk so many nonsense without content. It is of no use to anybody. So that means analytical ability is most important here. So communication, analytical ability, content, that is called as content, and courage. Most important point is courage. You need to have courage. Then fire in the belly. That is, see, another C is concern for the people. If you don't have concern for the people, you will sleep. We have seen the examples of other East branch. They are not even to explain the details, intricacies of the settlement to the public. They hide. This is the way they do it. Not to criticize them, but the fact remains that. So this, and the last is not the least, but the spontaneity. Why I said the spontaneity also, I'll tell you why it is. See, what has happened, during the course of my tenure as president, I saw one guy who was eloquent speaker, good communication, good logic, everything he has. So what I thought, I will promote this guy, and if he has a future leader. So every GC meeting, I used to give an opportunity. I said, you come, represent. Then every general body meeting, you come and speak on this topic. Not even once he has came forward, but he was always hiding. So what it means, he has all the calibers, but he doesn't have the courage. So he is of no use to us. Remove him. Then there will be so many people who will be criticizing us sitting outside. It is very easy. Criticizing the union leadership, sitting there, you are not doing this. This has happened for me also. One of the senior guys, he was criticizing me upfront for everything, whatever. You have colluded with the management. Then I have decided, okay, I will bring this fellow inside. So I decided, I gave him a post. So my habit is always to expose each and every individual sitting here to the management on any issue. I will give one issue, you make a representation. So why I am doing this? So that I will expose, he will get an exposure, he will get used to that. So I gave him that post. Then as usual, I gave an issue. I said, you make a representation to you. The moment he opened his mouth, what all he prepared, he forgot. Then he started trembling with fear. The words were not coming out. So it is not that easy for you to criticize. But make a representation inside the chamber before the management is very difficult. Because the management is very intelligent, because that is why they are sitting there. Or else they will be sitting here also. Okay? So what you have to do is, once you make a representation, your job is not over. Because they will give a rebuttal to you, that they will respond back. The moment just because you made a representation, they will not accept anything. They will say, because of this reason, we cannot do it. Because of this reason. So you have to have this spontaneity business also. So I will give another example. One of the issues, what has happened, if you remember, quite some time back, now also I think it is there. Unless region meets the target, people don't get the incentive, individual incentives. The whole region has to meet the budget, then only the individuals will get the incentive. So one party has bounced a big check of 38 lakhs. Then what has happened? Then the whole incentive has been stopped. When the whole incentive has been stopped, then we had to make a representation. 2 vice presidents were there in the GC meeting. So I said, we are making a representation because the clause in the incentive circular does not exist that if somebody bounces a check, the money is not being paid by the company, paid back to the company, that you will not get incentive. That clause is not there. I told the vice presidents. So, the moment you make a representation, they will not accept it. Though I have shown the circular, because the clause doesn't exist, so you have to pay the incentive to us. This is what I made a representation. Then they said, then the concerned vice president told me, Mr. Murthy, please understand, the philosophy of the company will remain the same. It doesn't change. When it comes to incentive, it is nothing but profit sharing. So when it comes to profit sharing, so because the question of profit doesn't arise, I cannot share the profit. So philosophy remains the same. Then if you keep mum, will the issue get resolved? It will not get resolved. So you need to have that repartee and the spontaneity also. Then I told him, I'll just give you an example. Suppose the budget of the RBM is, say, 1 lakh. All of us have done 99,900 rupees. We have missed by 100 rupees of a whisker. It's a whisker. Just 100 rupees whisker. Then I will come to you, make a representation. Mr. So-and-so, we have done 99.99%. We have just missed by a whisker. Can you please consider the payment of incentive to all of us? This is the representation I will make. Then what you will say? You will take out the circular from your pocket and show me. KRGK, please see this. 99 in the circular, it is mentioned as 100%. So 99.99% is not 100%. So I cannot pay the incentive. This is what you will tell me. I am also telling you exactly the same thing. Then he was stunned. What has happened? Within 1 hour, the incentive circular has been released and it was paid to as many as 200 people, including the regional managers, including the area business managers. So it was done to many of these people. So like this, I was telling, so I was a little skeptical and I was concerned how I am going to select the concerned future leaders, because the life of so many people is depending on the 2 guys or 3 guys or 4 guys, because president, secretary are key posts. They only determine the future of all of you. So, despite having so many things, but still you lack courage, it is of no use to any of you. So, one incident has struck me. When I has joined the company, he was just very young. So, he was not dancing to the tunes of his line managers and some of the issues. Let me not name them. So, they were angry with him, but he is a good worker, so they couldn't do anything. Finally, they have complained to a national sales manager. So, national sales manager, when he came to Hyderabad, he called him to the office. He said, Vinay, come, open your folder, detail everything to me. In an authoritative tone, not a normal tone. So that creates some scare in the mind of, even if it does normally also, when somebody creates fear, you will fumble. So that is what he was trying to do. Come, detail, everything, whole folder you have to detail. Then what Vinay told, he told, I will do detailing, but not here. You come with me, I am giving my MSL to you. Whichever the doctor you want to select, you select. Whichever the doctor you want to select, you select the doctor. I will come there. If I don't detail there, you catch hold of me. Then it was a turn of the NSM to get stunned. He was astonished to see the guts of Vinay. Then he has become a fan of Vinay. So this incident has prompted me. This guy has got and good logic and everything. So let me think of him. Then how I selected Kiran. So when he was not even in the post, he was a general member. He was vociferously talking in some of the meetings, not to the likes of his line managers. Then one day what has happened, they decided, this fellow is talking too much. He doesn't have a post, but still he is talking. Let's show our authority. Then they have transferred him to for a place. When they have transferred him to for a place, he came to me. He said, he has made his case perfectly, superb. The way he has made a case to me, it has made it easy for me to represent it. Because he said, sir, see my KPIs. Those days it was all KPIs, not the sales. So see my KPIs. DPK was there. Disease product knowledge. I still remember the terminology. So this DPK is there. All my call average is there. Everything is there. All perfect. And my sales is perfect. Why I am transferred? This case has made very strong to me. Immediately I took up. The way he has presented, that has literally impressed me a lot. That means he has got an analytical brain. He has got the courage to talk in front of everybody. So this has prompted me again, think of it. Again, later on I made a very strong representation. I warned the top management that I will make a case out of this. This is very clear because it reminds me of another thing. See, there is a clause in the settlement. What it says? That an MBA can be transferred one place to other place of the choice of the management. It is a total discretion of that management to transfer people from one place to other place. This is the word that is there in the settlement. Everybody, what if they will think? They will think, it is their choice, yeah. It is the management's choice. I can't do anything. It is written there, yeah. So that is why I have transferred you. I am abiding by the settlement. This is what they will say. What is the meaning of discretion? Suppose I don't like Kiran. I hate him for various reasons, despite he doing extremely well. So what I wanted to show my authority and power to him. I'll transfer him. This one case I have handled. What has happened? Exactly the same case. One of our very good performer has been, because he was not sharing the booty. So let me not use the word booty. He was not, again let me not get into that, dancing to the tunes of RBM. So RBM was very angry. He has transferred him to for a place again. Then he has come to me. Then I called the RBM, concerned RBM. I told him, so he is doing very well. Why did you transfer him? Sir, what I will do? Let him report. I'll bring him back within 6 months. Then I am asking you, why did you transfer him? You are telling me you'll bring him after 6 months. Why don't you bring him now itself? Then, sir, I have some work. Next 3 days, my phone will not function, sir, because there is some issue with the phone. What he is telling me? Don't call me next 3 days. Because these 3 days, the transfer will get affected. So I cannot complain to him. This is what he was. Okay, then I said, okay, leave it to me. Then I will handle it. Then I called his boss, general manager. Then I told him, so this is the performance of this individual. He has been transferred to this forest place. This is not acceptable, sir. I used one word. Suddenly the good point strikes me. I said, let the platform of the company not be used to settle scores between two individuals. If I am angry with you, despite you doing very well, I cannot transfer you. Why? Because I am harming the company in the bargain. Just to ensure that I take revenge on you, I am transferring a guy who is doing extremely well. So what I am doing? I am trying to harm the company. So I told him only one thing. A platform of the company cannot be used to ensure to settle scores between. Let them fight outside, not in the company, to settle scores. This I am going to take it up till Emma, because I have a very strong case. When I used this sentence, he shivered, literally. Kerjiki, please give me time. 1 day time. Please give me 1 day time. Next minute, what the RBM has told me, he told me that next 3 days my phone will not work. Exactly after half an hour I got the phone call. What has happened? So when you talk logically, when you take an effective presentation, when you know how to have the spontaneity, then you will be able to achieve something for your people. Okay, so my contention here is, though the word discretion has been used in the settlement, but it is not sole discretion. You have to have a base for it. You have to establish why the transfer has been affected. Because it's not your company. It is management. Everybody is including managing director is employee of the company. Nobody is a owner of the company. So it is not your company. So you have no right to settle scores in the company as per whims and fancies of you. Just to see to that my anger is solved, I'll transfer him and show your authority. You cannot do this. So even discretion has got a meaning. People will just be misled by thinking it is a sole discretion of the management. We cannot contest. It is not true. Suppose somebody has been transferred to far up place like last time 21, it has happened to Bangladesh. Border of Bangladesh, West Bengal. Has been transferred. I fought like this. I said, you explain to me the reason why you have transferred him. He doesn't know the language. By the time he learns the language, it is more than 1 year. And he is not known to the doctors. And he can't have the food there and he can't transfer his people. So personally he is impacted. So it will impact the profession also. So what is the gain company has gained out of it? You tell me now. No answer. So he had been brought back. Lakshman has been brought back. So the concerned RBM has called me. He said, Murthy sir, never ever in the past, in GSK history, that people have been brought back within 6 months after the transfer is affected. So what my thinking is, everybody has to think logically. Just don't go beyond something. And I have seen last 2 years, these people are struggling so much with all of you. I have seen a lot of messages. What is happening to our settlement? What is happening to our settlement? What will happen to your settlement? It will happen. It has to happen. See, once, one of the general body meetings, I have addressed all of you. I was not actually willing to address this because these people said, sir, suddenly they have called me, sir, you please address. So I just, whatever it came to my, address to all of you. Then what I addressed, what did I tell? I told all of you, please ask your line manager, whenever he works with you, that please ask them what happened to our LTS because it was overdue by 18 months. This is what I told. Then the top management has thought, KRG has entered. He is going to incite people. He is going to provoke people. This is the impression that the top management was so much afraid. then it is not, enlightenment is not incitement. What is enlightenment? I am trying to tell you what it is. What is incitement? Incitement is provoking people. No? Have I provoked? Provoking means if I tell people, "Arey, you stop sales, you reduce the sales of the company, you reduce the call average of the company." I never did in the past when I was 18 years as president. Never I did that. Because I was always thinking from the angle of the company, if the company doesn't survive, we are not there. All of us are living under the big banyan tree. If I am going to affect the company, that I am also going to die, no? So I was always thinking from the angle of the company also. I was always empathetic. So incitement is not true. Which was completely a misconception of the management. That when I told all of you, please ask you what has happened. That is a simple thing I said. They were so much scared. Kerajika has entered into the fray. He is going to dictate terms to all of them. He is going to provoke. What provoking I will do? What business I have to do provoke all these things? What is that I am going to achieve out of it? Zero. So I am very, very intelligent here. I have that got intellect, where I will never do wrong things. As I said, fight for right cause. That is the slogan of our union. Never ever we fought for a right cause. We are always truthful. We always believed in righteousness. We never did anything wrong. Then why you are afraid so much? You are afraid because you are doing some wrong things. You are doing wrong things because of that reason you are afraid. So you do right things, then don't be afraid. The courage you will get only when you do right things, no? So this is how people have thought. I will also tell you, because I am always truthful. I will never try to hide anything. When I was in the company, I was in limelight, no doubt about it. I had a very good relationship with the top management. They liked me, I liked them very much. What happened, at one point of time, the top management has offered me a mediatory role. What is the mediatory? Just give me water. Retirement, you will we are offering a job of mediatory role. That means a mediatory role between the union and the management. That is what it is, actually. It is, you need to have, am I boring? Hope I am not boring. Okay. You need to have a rather sharp intellect to handle this kind of things. Because if I am trying to talk in favor of you, management will say, "Hey, you have not changed here." Then if I talk in favor of management, if these people, "Sir, you are president of Glaxo staff, you forgot that." So you need rather sharp intellect. But I was having a concept in my mind. The concept is, if you take a writer in a movie, what he will do? He will write the dialogues for a hero. Same writer will write the dialogues for a villain also. He will write both dialogues, no? But the person who is writing is same person, no? So this concept I thought of it. I said, but I told only one thing. I never aspired for this post. Till today I have not asked anybody. But if you give me, if I think that I am confident about myself, I will handle it. That is what I told. So what has happened? 21 November, VRS was declared that after settlement was signed when I was the president. Then in 21 November, what has happened? Announced, they came, management came to us. I told them this amount is too paltry a sum for us to accept, you increase. They have increased. But I didn't accept it. The agenda of the management, that point of time, they wanted to get rid of all the seniors. Because they have become a hurdle in the union functioning. Because most of the seniors will follow the union leaders. That was the agenda of that point of time. So, then one top man, I don't want to name the individuals. So he came to me. One day he called me suddenly, because the time of, it is getting expired. Then he called me suddenly. "Kerjike, you are doing something wrong." I said, "What?" "You are telling to publicly, you accept VRS, and privately you are calling all individuals not to accept VRS. I said, "Nonsensical. If I tell you, I will tell you the truth. If I want to fight with you, I will tell you and fight with you. But I will never fight behind you. This is my nature." If just think logically. Sir, you think logically. If I tell one guy, you take VRS, he will take VRS. After 6 months also he did not find a job. Then he will call me, "Sir, because of you, I have taken VRS, I am suffering. Because of you. The blame has come to me." Then I will tell somebody to stay back in the company. Then he will say that, "Okay, sir, I have stayed, but after 6 months, he is facing a lot of troubles with the boss." Then he'll say, sir, because of you, I have lost that 25 lakhs, sir. Sir, so both ways, I am being blamed. So I'm not a fool to these kind of advice to anybody. I said, I'm not a fool. Even Paneer took the VRS, who was the secretary. Then I am not even asked till last minutes also. Till today I have not asked him, why you take VRS? Why did you take VRS? Don't take VRS. I never asked him. The same thing I told him. Then he was convinced. Because other man was doing, other secretary was doing, he thought I am also doing the same thing. So I explained with logic that I have not done it. Think of it. So they wanted me to tell each and every fellow, you take VRS. I have not told them this all, that all. 23 VRS has come. And top man has called me. I was retired by the time I retired. But the top man, one of the top man has called me. Top management man has called me. Karjika, this is being announced. So I'm just informing. Okay, right. See, they are so clever, believe me. I never thought people will call me because I retired. To my contrary to my this expectation, they are very correct. That is why they are sitting there. Several people have started calling me. Sir, should I take VRS or not? And second point, some people, sir, I want to take VRS, sir, but my GM is not allowing, my RBM is not allowing me to take VRS. So what the management has planned is a selective VRS. They wanted to retain those people who had a good track record. They wanted to get rid of those guys who don't have a good track record. This was the actual plan. But this is not legally tenable. So, what has happened? Then people have started calling me, sir, they are not relieving. They are not going to relieve me. When I said, it's your will and wish here. Once you apply, they have to give it. No, my GM is not accepting, my RBM is not allowing. Then I told him, okay, do one thing, you write a mail to HR head that please accept my VRS application. Just write one mail, only one layer. Then everybody started writing mails to this. This has really irked the management because their plans totally went RE. Because they wanted to give only for 200 people, it went beyond 400. So the money that was allotted has gone up. So then suddenly KRG became a villain. Because I heard from some other quarters. When I told him, 21 also what I told the same thing to everybody. If you are willing to take VRS, you take. 23 also did the same. There I was a hero. How I become a villain here? No logics. No logics. So the problem is they thought, KRG is not changed. He's like this only. Then again came the issue of replacement of MBS with RSBS. This is in the eyes of law, it is illegal. Because this should not be done. Bombay Union has filed a case against the company also. But we have not filed a case. But they have filed a case. But we have written a strong letter to the company. Then thought, this fellow is behind this letter also. So he is not for us. Let's get rid of him. I said, I never asked you. There is no problem for me. The survival is not a problem. Job is not a problem for me because my sons are settled well in US. Money problem is not there for me. The problem is only with you, not me. I have never asked the job. You have asked me. You offer me the job. So it is your problem. It is not my problem. If you are not taking my services, okay, it is you, left to you. I am not going to beg you, all of you. So I just want to be truthful and to everybody. This is what has happened in the past. How things have emanated. Then first initial, as I told you, my role has been changed, but the responsibility is not changed. So these two guys have this kind of courage, this kind of content, because even if you teach so many calculations to them also, somebody should be able to grasp it. So I will teach the daily calculations. I have taught all these things. I have taught all these things. But what happens when you go inside the chamber of the management? Yes, I have understood everything, but I cannot present. Because that kind of deeper understanding is not there. There should be a deeper understanding. Understanding is different, deeper understanding is different. Because DLA calculation is something, it's mind-boggling. As I said, not only DLA, as Kiran was telling that, the average rise you have to take into consideration. The slab wise you have to take into, there are 10 slabs and 42 sub-slabs. All these things you have to take into consideration. Literally your brain gets shattered. When you start from morning to night, you will get really sick. You will get really sick. So that kind of exercise I had to do to both of them. So they were able to grasp it. It took quite some time for them to again make a representation. They have become experts now. They've literally become experts. And we have done to other two branches also, but they could not grasp. They never could, they were able to grasp it. So when they were not able to grasp it, they were not able to present it. So because of the logics that we have presented, the average rise should be this. Because in the past it was this. So you cannot give less than this. All the calculations we presented, the company had to give more money because of our demand, because of South demand, because of these people. You could not have imagined to get such a bigger amount of money but for the representation of South. Okay, this you must understand. Please understand. So, my request to all of you is, second thing, the way that they were chased, literally chased by some of the representatives. What is happening to LT? What is happening? What will happen if two branches sign the settlement? There is an SOP. This was explained by somebody in the top management. No, he has explained to all of you. What he has explained? We cannot give different emoluments to different people in the country belonging to the same cadre. I don't want to name the individual. That is why I said. Okay. So he said this point. So once they have signed the settlement, they have to sign the settlement here also, no? Having a recognized and registered union, they can bypass them. They have to come to them. You wait. Let them wait. Don't put so much pressure on them so that they will succumb to your pressure. They will say, because of you, we have signed this settlement, which is not acceptable to us. That situation should never be created, because they were under pressure, from tremendous pressure from the management, from the members, from some of the GC members also. This is not the way. And you cannot divulge the intricacies of the settlement before signing it. Yeah? The biggest problem during the course of negotiations, you will write, what are the updates? What they will give. Suppose, I will give an example. Company has offered you 2,000 rupees average hike. They will come and tell you, 2,000 rupees hike has been offered. Then what you will say? Hey, no, don't accept. That is what they are doing. What is the point? They are doing the same thing, no? And second point, can they escape? Will they hide? They have to come and explain to you, no? Someday they have to face you, no? They cannot escape. They have to face you. That truth you have to realize, yeah. So they cannot escape from you. And we have got such a legacy. Every general body, anytime we sign the settlement, we used to come and explain what we have received, what is the past, what is the present, all these things, same thing will be done by them also. So, we don't do anything wrongs. And yes, there is another big point which people get confused here. Really, this point is very, very important. My dear friends, please listen here. It is useful for all of you. Please listen. This is all of you. Because I will not be able to deliver the same speech again to all of you. Please understand, there is a misconception in the minds of many people that anti-management is anti-company. This is a wrong misconception. If anti-company proposes some measure, new measure, I am not going to accept it with valid reasons. I am going to present, I have a valid reason, so I am not going to accept it. See, for example, I will give a Mentor app. Most of you know what is Mentor app. If Mentor app has been launched, will you accept it? Is it anti-management or anti-company? It is anti-management, but not anti-company. What is anti-company? Management is not company. We are all company only. Company means people made up of, all people together is company. It is not walls. It is not management alone. All of you are company only. It is, company doesn't mean that who is paying you salary and all these things. Everybody is company. As long as you are in the company, you are only company. So it is not anti-company. It is anti-management. So what is anti-company then? If I ask you to reduce the sale of the company, that is anti-company. Reduce the call average. If I have agreed, so you can't ask me, they can't ask you to reduce the call average. So this is anti-company activities. So there is a difference. This is a misconception by many of the people that anti-company, anti-management. This is a total misconception, which is not true. Because we have a valid reason to say no to it. Mentor app, when it was launched in 21, how we have negated, some of the seniors will know, How we said we cannot handle it, we cannot accept it. So like that, there is a difference between anti-company and anti-management also. Please understand this point. Hope I am not boring you. I will stop if I am boring you. Okay. One of the times, one settlement was to happen. They started going, catching hold of only Calcutta branch. Because they were little soft compared to us. We were hard nuts to crack. So they have preferred only Calcutta branch. They started going 3 times, 4 times to sign a settlement there. That is kit element settlement. Then I was asking, why you are not coming to us? In the way they have boycotted these people. They boycotted South also in the past. Then CCO was a different person. So I asked, why you are not coming to us? Then I thought of an idea. So I called him. I said, sir, do you recognize CC, Coordination Committee? The standard answer we know. No, we don't recognize. So you don't recognize CC, Coordination Committee? Then you can sign a better settlement with us. Let them sign a different settlement, we will also sign a different. Because you are not recognizing CC, you know. If he says he will recognize CC, he is also caught because he cannot recognize CC at that point of time. He cannot say that. He will automatically say, no, we cannot recognize CC. Okay, you cannot recognize CC, then you sign a different settlement with us. No, how it is possible? You only said that we don't recognize CC, no? So it is not incumbent on my part to sign the same settlement as Calcutta branch does. Then he was taken aback. Then he didn't know what to do. Then he said, KRG, I will come back to you. So, what I mean to say is, this situation is not peculiar to at this point of time. It was existing in the past also. But the only thing is, with our logics, we could counter them. Properly, we could counter them. Okay? Most important point, my philosophy always, we have to survive as a company along with the survival of the employees. The welfare of employees is as important as the progress of the organization. That means, I cannot say, because there are conventional outside trade unions, they will say, come what may, I am not bothered about company, you give me your salary. We are not of that side. We are totally unconventional. We are not of that side. We want the company to grow. We want our welfare also to be taken equally. It was in, I remember 87 or 90. Company used to get huge profits. The peanuts have been thrown to the MBS. Peanuts, literally peanuts. There was a 200 rupees rise in my salary in the past, in 90s. So that was the kind of situation that was existing. So it was equally important. But you gain, we will work for it. But you equally give us importance in giving payment of salary also. So we have a philosophy as a union that company should progress. We will also should together progress. That is the philosophy. Second point is that I am not going to demand my rights without my responsibility. The right will come only with responsibility. So I have my rights. What for my union exists? Because I have to protect my rights. But rights will only come with responsibility. It will not come independently. It will not come alone. It will come along with your responsibility. So we have to work hard in the company also. Then only we have the right to demand our rights. Please understand. Our company, we have every right to demand from the company once you work hard. This is a fundamental philosophy that because I don't want to name individuals because I have seen in the past also. And I never used to take up a case if I used to have a BGV. All of you know BGV, background verification. If some case comes up with something, sir, you please represent, this is what is happening. Then I'll go for a BGV. Then I know this fellow is not working. Then I never used to take up that case. Why? Because you are not doing your job properly, yaar. Do your job properly. Then demand for your right. So as I told, we always believe only one thing, fight for a right cause. That philosophy will continue. It has to continue. It will continue. We are truthful. We are righteous always. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
See, I think, I hope you have seen how KRGK sir is still involved himself after his retirement also. This is the courage and this is the way which he has developed us and still he is so involved in the union. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for enlightening everyone. See, I would like to tell one more history which we had created for the first time. We had crossed 80% of the strength this time. Thanks for all your, all of you coming over here. And there will be some sort of resolution also which we are going to pass it. And there will be, Ramanujam ji will be taking over these things. Before that, I just wanted to quote one example which I just, why I will be keep on harping on the unity part. No, friends, I think I can quote you one example. This will be very useful for you. A recent thing. There are two examples also related to WhatsApp thing which we have done it in my team. And the second thing which was done it with the other Chennai team also which we have done. See, why we will harp on unity, this is what the unity which can do it. See, one of the RBM started putting messages on the group that this and all. See, people started threatening them in the open forum that you will be done this, if you don't perform, you can't do it, then it will be done. So all the committee members have decided to move out of that group. Literally, hats off to all the individuals who moved out of the group. The whole group has been moved out. Finally, the RBM which I am talking about, he need to succumb to that pressure and he came to all the colleagues, all the committee members. Then he has told that yes, in future it will not be done. Then finally, they might have joined, I don't know now. But the unity, you can do whatever you want it. It is not about RBM, ABM, GM or somebody else. It is we as a team. If we are together, we can do wonders. Let's be united on this. And one thing I would like to tell you here also, there was some inconvenience which was caused during the accommodation time. Kindly excuse us, like bedspreads were not there, blankets were not there. Kindly excuse us because that was not in our hand, and people also brought it in the notice during the morning. We're also not very clear on it. Sorry for that. Sorry for the inconvenience which has been caused. I hope you will understand. This is your function. You people will take care of it. And small things which has happened, that you will excuse us. Thank you so much for this great attendance. Ramanujam ji will take this audit, this thing, reports and all. He will submit in front of you and the resolution part.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Friends, this is very important. This is the financial part. I hope everybody are interested on it. I think you can.
Yeah. Thanks, Kiran. Good afternoon, everyone.
Those who are moving out, 1 minute, Raman. Those who are moving out, come back immediately because this is a important session.
Just Ramanujam, sorry to interrupt you. One point I forgot to tell you because I have not seen the paper. Though I have written some points because it was coming automatically to me, so I didn't see the paper. Only one point I missed. See, there is an egalitarian culture that's being adopted by GSK. What is this egalitarian culture? Egalitarian culture treating everybody equally with no hierarchical differences. What is this hierarchical differences? That means there is no difference between RBM, ABM and MBA and like that. There is no hierarchy here. That is the reason that GSK has adopted the culture of an open office. That everybody is sitting openly only. So this egalitarian culture is adopted in GSK. First and foremost thing, they should be aware that, calling somebody as boss, that culture is not there in GSK at this point of time. Okay, that is gone. That was past. Second point is I keep hearing in the past also, is GSK paying you salary? Or is the union paying the salary? This is a very frequent word I have heard in the past also. What is this union? This is an association, all of MBAs. This MBA will pay salary to that fellow? Or he will pay to salary this one? Meaningless and illogical, horrible statement. No? How he will pay salary to other fellow? Who can say this kind of statement? Or a mad guy will say this kind of statement. Is union paying the salary or company is paying? Or company is paying everybody, not only you also. No? Company is also paying the salary. And how can how you will pay salary to him, he will pay salary to him. A meaningless talk here. This kind of talk, has to be told and responded back by how union will pay the salary. It is your money only, no? What are the gifts that are being in? What is the money that is being sent? Our money, not your money. It is our money. We have contributed. We are celebrating. This kind of celebration, as I said, we are trendsetters. We are not trend followers. This kind of culture, giving accommodation, even taking care of food in the morning, evening, nowhere exists in the whole of the country. Only South does all these things. Despite all these things. Because we believe that everybody has to serve properly. Everybody has to be taken equally, taken care of. So we said we are trendsetters. We will continue to be trendsetters in the future also. Okay?
Friends, very good afternoon. Myself, Ramanujam. I am the treasurer of Glaxo Laboratories Staff Union. And also I have completed 25 years of service in GSK. So I hope everyone enjoyed the breakfast. Thank you. It's my great pleasure to present the financial report for the year of 2024. Before that, I would like to thank our pillars of Glaxo Laboratories Staff Union. That is none other than our KRGK Murthy sir, Panneer Anna, and Sivasailam sir for their tremendous support, and also they given us a very good valuable time also. And once again, sir, we are thanking you. What? Once again, sir, we are thanking you, sir, for your valuable time and guidance and support for us. And also, I would like to thank our leaders, current leaders, Kiran and Vinay, because, see, they face a lot of struggles during this LTS meeting. I have noticed a lot of the times, and I had an opportunity to go for as a negotiation committee to meet other zones president and secretary. Murthy sir also talked about what is the leader, courage, and also thinking about the people. So analytical thinking also there, and also taking the decision making. All these things, when compared with other union leaders, our own people have much more capabilities also there. Thanks, Kiran, and thanks, Vinay, as a great leader for our South Union. Thank you very much. And now I am going to present the financial matrix of the financial year and also audit report for the financial year 2024. First, this financial matrix such as especially for what is the income, what is the expenditure, liabilities, and what is our current balance in the end of the year 2024. First, I would like to highlight about our income. Our opening balance is cash on bank is 9,07,717 rupees, and also amount received towards the membership fund is 1,38,500, and bank interest received is 23,760. And the expenditure part, especially in post and courier charges, 1,500 rupees, and telephone charges is 3,500 rupees, and the traveling and CC meeting expenses and also grievance committee meeting expenses comes to around 2,86,560 rupees, and also office rent accounting charges is 18,533 rupees, and union lawyer consultation and legal charges is comes to around 23,000. And also the closing balance as on date as cash on the bank is 6,83,003 rupees. And during last our general body meeting, I promised about fixed deposit. See, now our current fixed deposit amount got increased almost 9,63,537 rupees. And also now cash in hand is 6,83,003 rupees. And also now we have an asset of almost 16,89,000 560 rupees is in our account. So in coming years also we are planning to put
Ramanujamji,
more.
this is as on 2024 December. This is as on December 2024.
This is the financial report for the year of 2024 only. So this is the, as per the December 24, we are having 16 lakh 89,560 rupees.
And 25 it has been increased.
Yeah.
The FDs also which we had increased currently.
So 2025, we increased our FD also. So our union is having the better amount is that in our hand. We can go further also. Yes. Thank you.
Why it is so important to have the money in the union account is one thing I would like to tell you here. See, when there are critical situation which arises, no, during that time we should be very confident that yes, we can fight against the management through legally. When we will get that confidence, when the everything is ready. So this is one of the major thing which we'll be very cautious of it. And while using the funds also, Ramanujamji is very honest and very peculiar on that, where it has to be and how it has to be used. He is very paka on it. He unnecessarily will not uses a single pie also. Yesterday, the bargain which he has done for a small thing also, I would have seen with him. That is the level of this thing he has been carried away. So I just, have you finished?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, now he will pass the resolution.
I am going to pass the resolutions. Some of the resolutions we would like to pass upon here in the general body. We would like to impose a fine of up to 3,000 rupees to the absentees of the general body meeting hereupon. Knowing the fact the meeting is being conducted for you all, but not at the interest of the union. Being the registered union, it's a practice of going for election for every 3 years. Hereupon, the president, secretary, and treasurer will be elected, and the remaining committee will be nominated. So we are going to pass this resolution now.
Shall we pass it? Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. And also, we had a very good attendance this time. We crossed more than 80%. And also, especially, I want to thank all the Tamil Nadu peoples because we crossed more than 98%. Thank you
Wow,
very much,
super.
all the Tamil Nadu peoples.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I would like Raghavendra to take a small this thing. You take it, Rajesh. No, you go.
We'll finish it off at the earliest. We will try to close it at the earliest.
Friends, good afternoon. Good afternoon. There is nothing elaborate to talk because already it is getting late. We know that. So, as a brief introduction, myself, Rajesh, Magnus, Kerala, and completed 25 years, 9 months in this company. Thank you. And serving the GSK South Union for the past 13 years and past 2 years as a vice president. So everybody talking about the unity of South Union, even management agrees that. It is a most united union. Thus, with this strength, it is very evident that we are most united. Because as Ramanujam rightly told, more than 80% strength we have witnessed today. So it is a great achievement as a part of the union. And like Murthy sir told, we always fight for the right cause. Whether it is settlement or whether it is grievance committee, when we address the GC, we always fight for the right cause. Just an example I will tell you. Last GC meeting, we identified that LOP has been imposed on many of the colleagues. Those calls have been went out of period. It was not a practice earlier. So we represented it to the GC coordinator. It was a right cause. With that intention only, the Vinay and Kiran, they represented effectively, diligently, and finally it was removed. Nobody has received LOP in the month of December right now. Earlier it was not like that. We have to get approval from the RBM. Our expense portal will be blank on that date. We have to claim it manually. All those things happened. So one thing I will tell you, this is union is united because that kind of legacy has been passed by Murthy sir to this union, and these leaders are continuing that also. And we are pretty confident that with the present leadership, as the next settlement going to happen in 2027, we will keep more united, and we request all of your support because a lot of challenging time will going to come, and management is trying to introduce many things. So we need your wholehearted support and support the new leaders, Kiran and Vinay. So we hope that we will sign a better settlement in 2027 with the current leadership. Thank you.
KRGK sir was speaking about egalitarian culture, right? So now it is a time to show egalitarian culture, because when Honorable President, Secretary, Treasurer, when everyone was speaking, everyone was pleasant and listening to all of them. Now I am a common person speaking. I want you to show your egalitarian culture now. And introduction. I don't want to introduce myself because their sacrifices are greater than my introduction. I get very, very less time to speak about. So I just wanted to speak about some of the people who have sacrificed themselves. The most importantly, for those sir said, some people are sending recordings, videos to the some people whomsoever they want. Please don't do that. Please ask any one of us. Everything has been recorded. We are not doing anything illegal. We will only send you the recordings of this video. And this comes, it saves your mobile internal space as well. Don't do it. And when I wanted to show my vote of thanks, I had two options in mind. Let me open my mobile and type it in the Google, powerful speech on leadership. If I do that, everybody will identify, because you all are knowledgeable than ABMs, what I have seen. The reason why I said this, every individual is very, very knowledgeable. When I speak, interact with the individual, they shown their first vote of thanks should goes to you guys. Without your support, nothing would have been happened. No leader would have been achieved their success and brought these all credits to the Glaxo South Union. And the second option, what I felt, in vote of thanks, I wanted to speak what I have seen and what I know about these people. Because people have sacrificed. I always tell my manager as well, please don't call me after 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock I'll sleep. I don't pick up your call. Sometimes manager also told some of my colleagues, please call Raghavendra before 9 o'clock, otherwise he will not pick up your call. Though I don't sleep at 9, I wake up, but I created a story that they should not call me after 9. So this confidence came by after incorporated and working with these guys. And recently one more thanks to one MBA, I don't want to take his name. He said, see, by seeing this current leadership, he said one very important example. See, one manager, ABM, told him, I wanted to attend GC meetings. Then he replied, so this is not possible, sir, because RBM and the above levels are attending GC meeting. You do one thing, sir, however you are pressurizing us to upload visiting cards in Viva, to the whole team you start pressurizing, sir, we will give complaint, they themselves will call you to the GC. See, this kind of confidences, when it builds, then we can say that South Union is very, very stronger. And most of the people do not know KRGK, sir. KRGK, everyone knows KRGK, but I have a little contraindicated statement to Vinay, what he said when he was speaking about KRGK, sir. He said, see, words are not enough to speak about KRGK, sir. No, it is, according to me, it's little different, because we have plenty of words to speak about KRGK, sir, but we don't have time to speak. We are doing 3 hours of meeting. It takes more than 3 days to speak about KRGK, sir, because he has spent 18 odd years for this South Union. And I don't, people, can anyone say where KRGK, sir, is sitting? It is second next, right, to Rajiv? No.
There are 3 KRGKs are sitting in the bench. After his retirement, he nurtured 2 other KRGKs in the staff union, which is Kiran and Vinay. In absence of KRGK sir, these 2 people stood and sacrifices again. What KRGK sir, every things he used to handle in past. Now he identified some people who is good. He explained very beautifully who is good in what. He identified, and that particular positions he recognized and selected people. See, and when I speak to some of my people also, there are so many people who speak straight. Even against union, they said this is not right. When I convinced them, they appreciated union back. So these things, these kind of people has to come front to support the union to strengthen our things. Thank you so much, every individual and this great team. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ram Babu from Chennai, Athens. Leaders have spoken a lot, okay? My message is that be united, okay? If you have faced any inconvenience over here, okay, kindly share me the feedbacks so that I can correct myself. Okay, me and my mother both, we together work on this and we will correct, okay? I think that we have done our best, okay? Okay, we will agree. Thank you. It's a privilege to conduct the meeting on the leadership, great leaders, okay? Murthy sir is there. His guidance is immense, okay? And as Raghav told, other 2, Murthy sir is also there, okay? Even though they are younger than me, okay? Let us be united and let us be aligned to the stance that they take, okay? Thank you.
Friends, I will give, before Madan taking this, just hardly 2 minutes, and we will go ahead with this question and answer sessions now. In the meanwhile, we'll start distributing the gifts also for you, which you had been planned for it. It's a beautiful gift. I hope everybody will enjoy with this. And I will be making in this thing, Rambabu and Madan, these are the 2 peoples, whatever the arrangements which you are enjoying today because of these 2 guys. Thank you so much. And Ramanujamji, which Ramanujamji is continuously followed up with these 2 guys. And these 3 guys was behind all these arrangements. Thank you very much for this, Rambabu, Madan and Ramanujamji. Thank you so much.
No, actually, Kiran and Vinay are also involved actually in it, okay? We used to have a lot of conversation. Con call was there, okay? It's okay. Yeah. They are the pillars actually. We are the supporters.
This is the last speech, just hardly 2 minutes. After that, we are going to distribute the gifts as well as in the meanwhile question and answer sessions.
Very good afternoon all. So after the word of thanks, so it's hard to listen. I don't want to stand between you and lunch, but when 3 of our leaders like Murthy sir, Kiran as well as Vinay, when they speak a lot about our histories and our success and also our courage. And when Murthy sir told we are trendsetters, the South Indian, not the trend followers, many of the things have happened. When you were listening for the last 6 months regarding our settlement, so all 3 other unions were signed the settlement, but we had a very big discussion for 3 sittings. Even at the 3rd sitting also, we are not ready to sign the settlement. See, some words like, Kiran has addressed many of the words. If you don't change that words, we will not sign. So many things have happened. Even at the money part, what South Indian they get, not only they get for the South Indians, it was given to other part also, the Arrear part. So that are all the success of our South Indian, as well as fire in the belly, as well as what is the difference between betrayal, as well as this thing. When you listen Murthy sir, you should listen. It is great to listen. It is full of knowledge. He knows many words which you go and see the dictionary. It are very good words. So he is full of knowledge. Even many I don't want, yeah, I'll say this. Many managers, if they want to refer something, what to do, what not to do, they should directly call Murthy sir. I know that, not only here. So many things, not, at the top level also they refer only Murthy sir. That is the knowledge what he has. Not only that, he has a very good talent to address people who have talents. Whether this fellow will be fixed for this position, can we give this responsibility? That is a true leader here. Not only he is a leader here, he is a mentor. So we should be very thankful. We are in the era of living under the leadership of Murthy sir. And also not only that, see the Kiran, you don't know about Kiran. When he is facing a GC meeting, see the points, when he speaks to the leaders, definitely a spontaneous response. What Murthy sir, when he spoke, you could have watched that. See, if I raise my voice, my manager asks one more question, I will stop there. Oh, it is going to become a problem. So when you watch Vinay and Kiran, the spontaneous response, they will fix. They will fix. The other person has to struggle. What reply I have to give? I have to refer. Is it so? So I will go and call someone. So and I will get back to them. So this type of the true leaders, they are going to be next to Murthy sir definitely. So all the best, Kiran and Vinay.
Now we will have the photo, group photo. You can start asking the questions. Anyone have any questions, concerns? You can start asking it. We'll try to address those concerns.
Hey, please, yeah, please. Hey, please,
start
all
with
have a
this
seat.
question
We'll
and
just call by names so that you can come and collect. So it will be easy for us to record us. So please, please, please. Hey,
2:30 train people to stand here. Not 3 o'clock or 3:30 or 4. We will call you. Only 2:30 people you come here.
I hope you will understand.
2:30 is also there.
Unable to give, we are giving a wonderful gift. So everybody interested in that, not question and answer session.
Hi, hello Kiran, I will be
We
very
can start.
specific
We
on-
can start with the question and answer sessions, one by one. We can start asking the questions.
Hi Kiran, I will be very specific actually because time bound. Where accountability for impact is already there in the culture part of
Be
GSK.
louder. Be louder.
Where accountability for impact is there
Joshua.
in the GSK culture, we want all credits of Apollo and 1MG or whatever that from January onwards, very categorically. Thank you for giving this MedPlus credit, but last 3 years we are asking that because we are losing all tangible benefits, simultaneously intangible benefits too also. So we request you to categorically to take this request on priority basis and give this credit from January to Hubli.
We understand your concerns, Badriji. I hope you had seen the GC minutes also. Since last almost 1 year, we are representing this case. But however, because of that admin issues, because of the pin code wise details which the company unable to get it, this is getting delayed. However, we will try to solve. We are also having a neck-to-neck conversation with the management also to try to solve it out at the earliest. And I believe it has to be solved at the earliest.
Thank you so much, sir.
Kiran,
Hey,
Kiran. Kiran, I just want to know one simple thing. Okay, see, when you are taking an LTS forum, okay, so you said that, you need to wait for certain good things for a good time. Right? I'll appreciate you. And 100% you guys have done a tremendous job. I really mean that. And you people have done a lot of changes. And you guys have done a good job for us also. But one point, okay, if the LTS every time, it takes around minimum 20 to 22 months and an average. Okay, for example, last time, and before last time also, the COD settlement, the initial submission process, it takes minimum 6 to 8 months. And moreover, you will see that management is not calling, and management is saying that union is not ready for that. Okay, this is one point. Adding to the same point,
one by one, shall I answer it?
no. Well, let me complete because it is a continuation. Okay, adding to the same point, Okay, so for the 22 months, the people who have worked, okay, you guys are, whatever, for example, if I apply for LTA also, the money will come back to me 100% in the name of arrears. Each and everything will come back to me. But only one part you people are missing out, that whatever the hard-earned money, that incentives, especially the 22 months which we have earned, nobody is scared about that, because the struggle which I put it in the field for the 22 months, I'm not getting one single rupee extra also for that. Because if the settlement was done, for example, third month or the sixth month, for the rest of the 18 months, I'll get my slabs. According to that, I'll get my incentives.
Yeah.
Why you people have not taken this question to the management when you're doing a settlement? And moreover, adding to the same point, so whatever the demands which you have kept and what are the demands which they have kept, after the conclusion, so we want to know that these are the demands which I kept and these are the demands they have kept and these are the demands which we have succeeded. That we are not getting any kind of clarity on that.
Okay. Coming down to your first question.
Kiran, very valid point. In addition to that, see, usually management is giving arrears. Why it is not included including incentive?
That I understood his question. See, let me be very clear. See, incentive is the prerogative of the management. Let me be very clear on it. Incentives are the prerogative of the management. They have all right to stop from today onwards. That is the management choice. We have no rule. Being as a union, we have no rule. You can read out the settlement also. We have no rules of the incentive part. I hope you know this.
100% I know that incentive is a prerogative. Okay,
Prerogative of the management.
Exactly. Okay, there is no intervention of union in that, right? But I'm talking about the 22 months which I've achieved, and company has already paid the incentive for those 22 months. Because whatever the statement which you are saying, after 22 months, if company says that I'll stop my incentive, that's okay, fine. I don't have any issues.
Muthu,
but whatever the 22 months which I've earned, that money where it has went.
Here you need to understand, this is what I told you, when it is not a prerogative, when it is only the prerogative of the management and it is not a part of the settlement, then on what basis I can negotiate on that? You please tell me.
See, the basis is simple. The 22 months or 20 months, the prolonged activity which you people are taking, in the same table, why couldn't have put across these points? Because
there is an advantage for us also that I think, I hope you had forgotten that. See, the work related things are prospective and money is retrospective, as you know this. Because whatever the money from day one you will get in the form of arrears. Whatever the work norm which has been accepted, that starts from the day when we had signed. So that is an advantageous situation. You don't forget this.
See, 100%, that is what I initially clearly told. Even if I apply an LTA also, you guys are giving me a arrears in the name. Okay, I'm still, even if I apply a sick leave also for encashment, that also comes in my arrears also. See, my point is, I have already earned, 22 months I have earned.
That is what I'm telling you. Prerogative of the management. We can't have any negotiations
Because
on incentives.
in this
Incentives, I'm telling you, Namuthu, if they stop it today also, if they stop incentive from today onwards, we have no right to question the management on incentives.
Absolutely true.
Then
Okay.
how we can negotiate on 22 months, whatever it has been extended?
For example, if the settlement would have done it within 6 months, I would have got my 18 months on incentive, right?
That is what I'm telling you. See, we will make all our efforts, but ultimately it is not a unilateral settlement, it is a bilateral settlement. So both have to come to a conclusion. It is not about alone. If I wanted to,
No,
I also wanted to conclude at the earliest, because we also want everything on time.
I'm so
But
sorry to interrupt you. Okay, in that case, why you are taking so much of time, around 6 to 8 months to submit a process only?
Then the same question which has to be asked to the management also.
No, definitely we are asking
is-
for that.
that- see,
Definitely
what I
I'm
mean
asking.
to- this is
Everywhere
what I
in
told.
every forum I have asked, and you are also an experience in that.
See, this is what I told you. This is a bilateral settlement. So both the parties should come to a conclusion. Why we will fight so much? Then we need to accept their terms and we need to sign it on the same month. That we can do it.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
So, see, if you want me to do that, if you ask me that question, then why I am nominated for as a leader?
See, that is what I did. That is what which we are doing negotiations.
So
No.
that is the
See, it
reason
is-
I'm asking you
it
as
will
to the
be-
leader.
it
This
will
is
be-
what the loss which I'm getting. So where should I put across this one then question?
It will be not the one individual which is going to make a decision based on this, or one union which is going to make a decision on this. This will be depends on the management also.
Yeah, super.
That is what you need
At
to
least-
understand.
At least you can give me a suggestion, or else can
You
you
suggest
deliver?
me what we need, what we can do.
No, before expiring, you know that in another 2 years LTS is going to expire, right? So before expiry, 6 months only you guys will prepare the conditions. What is your demands? And if there is anything to add or delete, you can do it at that point of time. No, after expiring only, you people are sitting and discussing. That takes around 6 to 8 months.
Now that I agree, Muthu. This time which has been delayed because there were many other concerns also. We wanted to go as a CC. There were no election which has been conducted on West. There are many other concerns this time. But previously, if you see last settlement also we had submitted on time. On the month of October 1st itself, we have submitted our demands. However, that also got delayed by 21 months. But I am not denying that. However, we will try to this time onwards, we will submit on time the settlement. This is the assurance which I can give you. Within span of 1 month, we will submit the LTS, this demands. Do not worry on them.
Sure, thank you.
Hello, this is Sagar from Mysore.
Yelappa.
Regarding the LTS, before LTS, our union members are saying that like SAP portal and digital calls, earlier digital calls was 45% is there. And also now the union after LTS, they came back to 80%. So before that, before you go for LTS, you people saying that no, we can't negotiate any like digital calls and SAP portals like that. So what negotiation you did with the union, this union as well as management? We want to know that what demands you put it into management and what management are fulfill our demands. I would like to ask.
See, Sagar, I hope you know this. Almost the average hike which we got it, this is the highest which we got it. Average hike which we are talking about. The average hike which we got the highest one. And moreover, as you are talking about, yes, we are totally against to it. But what happened, I clearly explained during the speech. I hope you had been gone out or somewhere else, I don't know. I had explained each and every point, how the LTS was happened. We know that how many, these are the concerns which you might be having. Each and every point I had explained you during my presentation of LTS also, that this is what which has happened. They duped us and they misleaded us and they had gone forward and they had signed the settlement. However, which has not happened in the past, a single letter, single full stop has been changed previously. But however, this time, we could able to make some sort of changes, critical changes, which we made it. That is the success which we told you. That is the changes which we made it for the first time to bring the confidence. As many of the peoples, including some of the peoples in my team also, I hope you know this. What the pressure, why you are not signing? Already all the zones have signed. You sign it. Even though we told that pressure and try to do some extra things for our people because we had been elected for that reason.
Yes,
And this is a history which has been created by us.
Yes, Bhaiya, I can understand you have put more efforts on giving that successful of LTS. But my question is that earlier digital was 45 years, 45 doctors, 45% is there digital calls. You could have negotiated with 50%.
Even
Now the
we are-
80%, even that it is very difficult to achieve 80% also in digital calls.
We wanted to continue
Because-
with 45% itself.
No,
Sagar.
no, not like that. For doing like you,
That
you,
we
you
are not
take confidence
agreed.
with
I am
4
telling you,
unions
no,
also.
this is what which we are told in the 3 virtual meetings also. If you can remember that 3 virtual meetings we addressed this. We are not ready to accept it, but it has been signed by different branches, and there is. See, we bought it before accepting also. We bought it in front of you. After all your endorsement only, we had gone and signed the settlements. Don't forget this.
No, I know that. But what company? What I am thinking? What I am as a common man. I am thinking that. See, from our side, what are the demands you put into management? Then management, what management fulfill? That is a question mark for right now. Today itself, I am right mark.
That is
there.
what. See, everything which has been explained now. What is the average hike which we got it? Everything we explained. Last three virtual general bodies also explained, now also we explained.
Okay. One thing I'd like to ask. So, if I am not wrong, LTS has been signed extra 3 months. If I am not wrong, for extra 3 months you have signed. So, whereas next LTS, 3 months arrears will go on task for all the individual MBS.
No, it will
Any
be.
particular reason behind this?
See, I will tell you. See, this is to, as it has been discussed in the past also, kit alliance. If you can remember, you can go through the clauses of kit alliance, which has been very clearly mentioned that to club this both LTS and kit alliance during that time. So because of that reason, the 4 years kit alliance has been reduced to 2 years. That has been settled, and it has been very clearly mentioned there also. See, to reduce the admin works and the other things, to make it very clear on that, because of that reason, the 3 months extension has been taken, and moreover, the arrears, based on the next settlement, what we make it, you will get it. This has been very clearly mentioned in the
Why
settlement
not,
also.
why not 3 months prior you had signed, or you are taken
That
the
is
3
what
months extra?
already kit allowance was there, expiring on the month of December. We already agreed previously also. Based on that, we had agreed.
Anna, one more thing regarding the addition deletion part. Anna. Even we are, as a union, you are saying that addition deletion don't need for collection of visiting cards. But for 2026, they are in meeting. They send the MSL structure. By adding that MSL structure, the new doctors should be added. So without a visiting card, we can't add new doctors.
Keep the same old doctors. Tell the management the same thing.
We already
Unless we already given our these things. Tell the management, unless you give the relaxation for this, we are going to keep the same MSL. There ends the matter.
no this one already we talked with the ABM also. In the
You talk
last
with
2
the
days,
RPM also.
2
This
days,
is what. If
see,
they are
before
pressurizing
2
you on
days,
this, please bring it to us.
See,
We will talk to them.
Before 2 days, we conducted this one meeting in ABM also. In that meeting, ABM also talk about this, and also we told like this only. As a union, they are not accepted for visiting card collections. But for new doctors, how we instead of your instruction also, they are asking the visiting card collections. What I am thinking is you are not that you people are not convey with management. No, that is my question.
See, I told you that we already written several emails. There was an email conversation. What was the conversation which was happened between union and management also
but
we
even-
shared with you.
even
How
though-
we are dead against to it, that also we had explained you. You see, asking is their duty here. Management, managers, line managers have been paid for it to ask you only. So ultimately what you respond, based on that, if there is any pressure, you can bring it to me. I'll talk to your RBM.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, one more thing, sir. We have added and deleted some doctors. Still MSL is like that only. We are having around 250, 260, 300 doctors still there. There is no correction, there is no...
Ask your line manager.
we ask, still there is no right...
Write an email. Keeping CC to me.
Okay, sir.
What MBS are problem now here for evaluation purpose, which is impacting them. See, unnecessarily MBS are facing the problem like if he is addition deletion, if it is his MSL features 250, then is...
Have we taken this case in GC?
Yeah, already we have taken, that's what you just
Okay.
communicated.
I hope you have taken this case in the GC also. It will get sorted out. But what I suggest you in the meanwhile, you mention, write an email and keep me or Vinay in CC.
For
That
safer
we
side,
will take care of.
so for safer side, whomever MBS facing these kind of issues, automatically your number of doctors are increased. HCOs are increased. Kindly put a mail to ABM as well as CC to any GC member or Kiran or Vinay, so that you will be not in a trouble in future.
Got it? Yeah.
Thank you, respected KRSK Murthy sir and under Vinayana and Kirananna. Congratulations, your young and dynamic team. And I asked one or two questions only. Regularly, practically facing that problems only. Some of the managers asking cross-checking, like our colleague, your colleague only doing, is not doing. Why? This is the case. Question is a lot of facing, like visiting cards and this last 3 months we're facing, so we'll doing only company always doing company growth, company only. But we are facing Sundays also closing. In last 3 months, regularly we'll facing. So what is happening in team? So and one more question. So we'll dare and our dares only union, our base only union. So that is the main dare. But not confident some of the new peoples and the old peoples also. I am since 8 years working in GSK union. But you are the confidence level, so we want. That's why some of the politics also is happened in the manager and rep level. So this is the main, this is the psychological pressures, a lot of pressures is happening in, we are going the daily road, on the road. So some of the unnecessary pressures also is
I can
facing.
understand your concern. This is where the unity matters. This is what I was harping on this. Once you have the coordination and unity among your team, that it solves all your problems there. That the unity and the coordination, you should have it among your team. That will give you the solution over there itself. Huh?
See, actually, his question is different, Kiran.
Vinay himself is there in your team. I need not to.
No, you are
touch
having
more
good.
on this.
Huh? That's what, Vinay. That's what I am surprising. Huh? You are there. Still, he is asking the question. No, his question is like Sunday.
It is.
No, Sunday. How come Vinay is there? They're asking to do closing. So better you finish it Saturday itself.
Mali, okay.
Say one side you are saying without after 9 o'clock no calls. Another side you are calling Sunday and doing closing. It is not acceptable. So first thing is
Mali,
from our side we
leave
need
it.
to finish it.
Any other concerns?
That's what.
Any other concerns? Shall we close this? We'll proceed for lunch. Thank you so much. I hope everyone have liked this gift. Have you liked this gift? Thank you everyone.
Same thing you communicate to your ABMs or line managers also.
Thank you.
Because
we'll go for lunch now.
no, last time they have not given they have not given any gift. For 100 years also they have not given. Oh, water bottle.